It started with one rose on Ava's doorstep at noon on Valentine's Day, then another at 1 p.m. By the time the 13th rose arrived at p.m., unease crept into her chest. Who was doing this? A cold shiver ran down her spine as she examined the last rose. Unlike the others, this one had a black ribbon tied around its stem. Then, a note slipped from the petals. Come to the pier before midnight for the final one. Come alone.
Her heart pounded. Should she go? Was this a prank? Or something worse? Ivor hesitated, but something deep inside her whispered to follow.
The night air was cold, and the water stood still like glass. The dim streetlights flickered. A sense of déjà vu washed over her. She had been here before. Then, she saw a shadow emerge from the fog. Nathan. Her first love, the one who disappeared 5 years ago without a trace. Her breath caught. This had to be a dream. Why now? She whispered, barely able to speak.
Nathan stepped closer. His eyes filled with emotions she couldn't yet read. He lifted the 14th rose, his hands slightly trembling because 5 years ago. He said, voice thick with regret, I left before I could give you this. Ivor's pulse raced. You vanished, Nathan. No cause, no goodbye. I thought you were dead. He sighed, lowering his head. I had to disappear. There were things I had to fix. I couldn't drag you into it.
Ava's hands clenched into fists. What things? Nathan hesitated before whispering. I was protecting you. Her breath hitched. Protecting me? From what? A long silence passed. Then, finally, he met her gaze. I thought I had nothing to offer you. I spent 5 years becoming the man you deserved. Tears stung her eyes. All this time, had he been watching over her? Ava reached out, her fingers brushing against the rose in his hands. You were always enough, she whispered.
As the clock struck midnight, she felt her anger melt away. There were still so many unanswered questions, but for now, she let herself fall into his arms, and in that quiet moment, under the glow of the street
light, she knew this Valentine's Day, love had finally found its way home.